key is management. In a moment, I'm going to bring up Robbie Lee, who's our founder and CEO. He'll explain a little more, and in particular, I want him to answer all your questions. Robbie is not your typical CEO. All we hear on the news lately is exit strategies, making too much money, getting big bonuses. Robbie has given half of all his personal stock options to the lowest paid employees, to the women who press the clothes. These are not from the company, these are from Mr. Lee personally. He has a social awareness and consciousness of what he's doing, very different from your typical CEO. As shareholders, though, the most important thing, as always, grow this company, make money, and make us a lot of money. Tony Bryan, our chairman, was on the board of Chrysler, Monsanto, IT&T. Kim Cox, our CFO, was president of Rentrac, $100 million per year NASDAQ company. Deborah Recknex, who's here, has been in the industry for 28 years, one of the top dry cleaning operations consultants in America. This is a very, very high, powerful board. To answer further questions, let me bring up Mr. Robbie Lee, our CEO.
Good morning. Rick did so well, I don't have to say very much. I think it's just great. Rick covered all the bases, and Mr. Shanis gave us some good perspective. And I'm happy to be here today, although these are tough times. U.S. Dry Cleaning is kind of a tough company. If everything is going well, we don't have an advantage. Because things are tough out there, we're the leader. We are the growth leader from a revenue standpoint as well as an accretion standpoint in microcap today. Of all the little companies under $50 million that started trading in 2007, compare them to us and you'll see that we're way ahead. We talked about U.S. Dry Cleaning, owning and operating the largest, most successful dry cleaning companies in the nation. That's what we do. We are fundamental consolidators. We hear a lot of talk today about being agnostic. I take that as someone really not knowing exactly what they're investing in. We grew up in this industry. We're lifetime experience holders in specialty retail, lots of small stores, as well as consumer services companies. That's all we do. Our management team did not come from tech or something very intelligent and then decide to get into dry cleaning. We understand this. We understand the margins. We are the first consolidator in America. We have an advantage that no other company has. These economic times are an advantage to U.S. Dry Cleaning as the nation's first consolidator. We don't have competition from a financial competitor. I don't bemoan tragedy and despair on anybody, but I'm not sad that there's not a lot of easy money flowing for another great idea from management team. I'm also happy that we don't have pools of money coming in to raise prices. We pay fair valuations. We never pay. We follow the fundamental rules of early stage consolidation. Approximately half the value of all the companies we've acquired was paid for in our common stock out of the money. We've built our balance sheet because we know how expensive it is to be a small public company and how difficult it is to grow so fast. In the last 7 quarters, we've grown 550%. This year alone, we've grown our annualized revenues by 330%. More importantly, when we filed our IPO registration statement 7 quarters ago, our revenues per share were 35 cents a share. At the end of the last quarter, 9/30, our revenues per share were right at $1 a share. These are tough times to be accretive, but we're very accretive. I'm here to ask for an order, a very basic one, because I get confused. I get waxed on about dry cleaning and consolidation, and the fact that we have 670 people really working every day, the fact that we really have revenues coming in every week, the fact that we have the oldest and the best stores, and they make money, the fact that we're growing every single market we're in aggressively. My order is this. We're not looking for people to come buy our stock. I'm not going to tell you next quarter it's going to go up and the quarter after that it should be Y, because we can't predict in these times. But I am telling you, I'm looking for the smartest, most experienced, most educated real investors to please take a look at investing in U.S. dry cleaning, the first consolidator in the dry cleaning industry in America. We're looking for the person, the group, the people that, number one, understand consolidation. We are not looking for agnostic investors. We're looking for very experienced investors. We're looking for investors that understand specialty, small store retail, that's what we do, and that also understand specialized consumer services. We're one of those two sectors, specialized consumer services or specialized retail, nothing else. We want to find the investors that understand margins, our margins, what they really are. They've only been around for 100 years, but they're pretty easy to understand. Dry cleaning has a 94% gross profit margin. Our cost of goods sold is this simple: hangers, plastic, and chemicals. And on chemicals, we're green, we're clean. We have no toxic chemicals. We want the investor that understands what channel checking really is. I always invite people, go look at our stores, then go look at our competition, and then you can see for yourself why we grow, why we're accretive, and why we dominate our market. Also, we're looking for the investor that really understands the value of being first to market in the greatest market in the nation. We are the largest consumer market in the world today. And I believe, like Mr. Chanis does, will continue to be. And I don't think the world's going to end. And if it does, then we're way ahead, because people are going to have clean clothes, marching to wherever they march to die. So we're okay. We're looking for the investor that understands bridges, tolls, tunnels. We're looking for the investor that understands it takes time to build something great. And as the first consolidator, we are only buying the greatest companies in the United States. Rick mentioned a kind of older company, Tuckman Cleaners in Indianapolis, that's 90 years old. But he forgot to mention Young's Laundry and Dry Cleaning in Hawaii. There's not a tougher market than Hawaii for dry cleaning. We dominate it. Young's is going to be 106 years old this year. We don't have a company. We are a family of great companies. We don't have a single family member that's a baby. We don't have a single family member that's not growing. We don't have a single member whose stores don't make money. Our revenues per square foot are approximately double the industry average and growing. We want investors that really understand what our competitive advantage is. We're going to change those pictures, because those were awful pictures. We're not going to show them. He showed pictures during a shift when it was messy. We should show you pictures at the beginning or the end of a shift. We have factories. The future of dry cleaning in America is what's called centralized processing or hub and spoke operations, meaning within the radius adjusted for drive time, traffic, and barriers, you have a large state-of-the-art facility approximating on the average 30,000 plus square foot, fully automated, capable of running 3 shifts a day, 7 days a week, more efficient. Our cost of productivity goes down. Most importantly, the quality per garment goes up. A typical dry cleaner may inspect your clothes, and I'm looking at some of your clothes, and they weren't even inspected twice. In our dry cleaning plants, those clothes will be inspected 6 to 12 times. There's a big difference in taking that extra step. Our hubs, our factories, can clean more clothes in 1 hour than our competitors can clean in a month, and better.